If I traded it all, if I gave it all away for one thing, wouldn't that be something?
So what's the one thing that you could do to grow your business? And that is networking. And thus the song One Thing by Finger 11. And now I have Kelly Johnston, and he's with the Orme School. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Carol. It's a pleasure to be here.
So why do parents send their kids to a boarding school? And you need to explain exactly what you are for that.
Absolutely. The Orme School is a boarding and day school. We're about an hour north of Phoenix, and we're 80 years old as of 2009. We've been doing it for 80 years. And a boarding school is just that. Student goes to school and lives there. So it's sort of a precursor to college. We are a college prep school. And the reason parents send their kids to a college prep school or boarding school, there are a lot of them, but two main reasons are, number one, to give them different opportunities and different experiences than they would get in the local school. It's a very cosmopolitan lifestyle, in the sense that we have very different international students that are coming. We have students from all over the world as well as from all over the states. So they get an opportunity to mix with different kinds of folks they may not necessarily meet at their local school. And then secondly, usually a boarding school has a higher academic standard, usually has smaller classes, and that's something, particularly in this day and age, that parents are very interested in giving to their kids.
So for 80 years, parents have been trying to get rid of the kids. So really, no. But on a serious note, it is extremely a wonderful experience for them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Obviously a higher academic standard, which is also very important.
Sure. Orme's all about opportunity in particular. It's, as I said, it's an hour north, and it's 300-acre school that's in the middle of a 26,000-acre ranch. It's gorgeous countryside, and it's not just about academics. There's a horsemanship component, there's outdoor leadership, there's athletics, there's arts, there's all of these other experiences that they can get while they're at the school. So it is a unique experience that you can't really find anywhere else. And again, we've been doing it long enough now that we've got a pretty good idea what we're doing. So
I guess so. After 80 years,
Oh,
I
sure.
hope so.
Yeah.
So what kinds of kids go to Orme?
All kinds. As I said, we get kids from all over the world. We have students from China. We have students from Taiwan. We have students from Germany. We have students from, we had a young lady from Moldova a few years ago. We also have, however, students from all over the U.S. and a lot of students that come from Maricopa County. So certainly in terms of your listening audience, I would say it's a school where a typical kid comes to school. It is a chance for them to get a leg up toward college and get a sense of what college is going to be like. They live in a dorm setting with a roommate. They have a shared bathroom with another dorm room, so it's really is like college living. And they also have a higher standard. They're under a much more rigorous schedule day to day, so it preps them up real well for college, actually.
Their website is www.ormeschool.org, but let me spell that for you guys. It's ORME school.org. The number to call is 928-632-7601. Now, do you have kids with problems there?
Well, we're talking about teenagers predominantly. We actually do 1st through 12th grade, but boarding students are 8th through 12th grade. And I would say, tell me a teenager that doesn't have problems.
That's why we call it boarding school.
Yeah, exactly. but the truth be told, no, we really don't have that kind of issue. A lot of people think of boarding schools as therapeutic schools. It's where you send a kid because they are having problems with attitude, or with even more extremes. They're running with a bad crowd, or they're getting into drugs,
right,
or et cetera. And while there are therapeutic schools out there that do that, we are not that kind of school. We are instead a school where a student is looking for a little something more than what they can generally get at the local school level. So while we do have the typical challenges that you're going to run into with a group of teenagers, we certainly don't have those kind of issues at the school.
Okay, so their website is www.ormeschool.org. The number to call is 928-632-7601. All right, so is it a school for rich kids?
No. I mean, again, that's one of those stereotypes of a boarding school, that it's where rich kids go. There is, of course, a tuition fee to send your kid to school. We are boarding them so that we're giving them a place to live, we're feeding them, we're taking care of them, etc. But first of all, we have financial aid available for families. So if we get a student that is interested, that is a strong student, and their family can only pay part of the tuition, let's say they can only pay a half or 3/4 of tuition, we have financial aid to help them out so that they can get the opportunity to go to school. So by no means is it exclusive. Most of our students come from a very average, typical, middle-class family. Very few.
All right. So school is about to start here
Sure.
soon.
Yeah.
Is your program, when do they need to start registering?
They can start registering now. We have been enrolling since the end of the school year and through the summer, but we still have some spots available, so people can call the school or go by the website now and absolutely check into us, come up and tour the school. And I find that, honestly, that's a huge part of being attracted to the school. Just me talking to you or, coming and meeting a family isn't the same as actually being on the campus and seeing just what it's like, meeting some of the kids that are going there. We have summer camp that's ending just now. On the 4th, the football players will be coming up for football practice, and so they'll be there early. So we're going to actually have students on campus. People can come, they can tour the campus, they can meet the students firsthand, see what they're like. And really, honestly, we found 9 times out of 10, anything that I say or somebody else in admission says doesn't matter as much. It's the school and the students that actually convince families to send their kids there.
All right. So go on their website, www.ormeschool.org. Call them. Set up an appointment to go and check out the school and actually see it on site. And that is area code 928-632-7601. So where do the kids, where they come from all over is what you're saying?
They do come from all over, although it's interesting. If within the United States, the majority of our students actually come from Maricopa County, but they also come from New York City. They come from Northern and Southern California. We've had students from Chicago, students from Texas, students from Connecticut, students from really all over. But outside of that, we have students, as I said, we have had students from mainland China. We've had students from Hong Kong. We've had students from Korea. We've had students from, Taiwan. We've had students from Japan, from Russia, from Germany, on and on and on.
I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Very important.
Okay.
Do they wear uniforms?
They do not. They only have to wear a collared shirt. During the academic day, a collared shirt is the only official uniform that we have.
All right, so the kids have got to love this. They're away
Sure.
from the parents. The parents love it. They've been getting rid of them for 80 years anyway. And they don't have to wear a uniform. So the kids are going to love that.
Sure.
They're going to go up there and get involved with lots of different kinds of people from all over the world, all sorts of students. It's www.ormeschool.org, 928-632-7601. And what does the advantage of going to Orme School have over any of the other Phoenix schools?
Sure. Well, one of the things that's great about Phoenix is that it's a rapidly growing area. Schools are crowded. One of the primary advantages is in a school down in Phoenix, you're going to have a classroom of 35, 40 kids, and where we are, you got a classroom that's 12 to 14. So there's a better ratio for student to teachers. Also, students that go to this school, and it's amazing to talk to alumni, they form bonds that last a lifetime. I talk to people that graduated from the school in the 1950s, and they still are talking to their classmates, which is unheard of. I've never heard of it anywhere else. So,
what a wonderful experience for any child, and thankful for the parents, I'm sure.
Oh, sure.
But in any case, really more than anything, it's about education. Give them a call. It's area code 928-632-7601. Go to their website, ormeschool.org.